Last time, we sailed out of Cuba heading to CANCUN, Mexico. We got as far as Cayo on the western Cuban coast, where we encountered all sorts of boat problems. Eventually, we had to turn around and sail back to Havana for a refit. This video is our second attempt trying to sail to Mexico, so follow along. So, it's been a while since I recorded something, but basically we left in December to go to Mujeres in Mexico. I crossed with two other boats, two friends, one catamaran that was a family from South Africa that's sailing around the world, and another friend from Washington DC, John. In Cayo we had all sorts of boat problems, and one of my crew, Michel, French guy, jumped ship, and he went with John, the Cabo board, the guy from Washington. They made it to Mujeres. Me and Maria decided to come back to fix a bunch of the engine stuff, and came back. We've been working on the boat for about a month, and Marina Hemingway. I had to fly to Canada to bring all sorts of boat parts. On February 10th we left, and we passed Cayo right now. We're in our way to our second anchorage, Cayo Huetas in Spanish. We bought some lobsters from a fisherman. I saw a diving boat, and he waved us, so I waved back, and he came and he offered us two really big langosta. And the langosta in the Caribbean is different because it doesn't have a claw, but they're large. So I paid him 20 cook for it. That was pretty cool. The journey continues. We just sailed past Cayo for the second time. We have another 100 nautical miles to go to Cabo San Antonio. It is the furthest port on the Cuban western coast, literally a last stop on the road. We plan to refuel in Cabo San Antonio Marina, but most important, to use the Wi-Fi to check for a weather window for the upcoming crossing of the Gulf Stream into Mexico. The sun is just rising. You can see we're sailing from one broad reef to another. So dark, so tired, and the wind just picked up. We're going a little bit more upwind right now. We've been sailing all night. We're taking shifts at the helm for 1 hour each. Watch some movies, make some popcorn. The autopilot wasn't working, so we had to steer by hand. We were sailing from one broad reef to another, so we would sail on till we get close to shore on one tack, then we'll jibe and we'll hit on the other tack, and we kept doing that pretty much all night. It's 10 a.m. on Saturday. We've been sailing for 20 hours. It was a hard sail. We sailed through the night. We were taking shifts on the helm, each 1 hour. It was fun. We had winds from the back, so we were sailing broad reach, and we made it in 20 hours. So this is Marina Los Moros. It's basically the last stop that boaters can stop in Cuba to refuel, get provisioning. It's literally a stop at the end of the road, because the end of the road is right there. That's the end of the island of Cuba, basically. That's the most western tip. To the west of it is Cabo San Antonio, and the Yucatan Channel. So people around it in the morning when the current is flowing southerly, and it's easier to round it. You let the current carry you south. The Yucatan Channel is from there as well. This is it. This is the end of Cuba. I pretty much sailed from all across Cuba on the northwestern tip. Arriving in Los Moros. That's our berth for the next few days. It's pretty windy today. This boat took my spot, and they also bought all the tarjeta cards and all the Wi-Fi cards, and now we don't have fucking Wi-Fi because of them. Fucking assholes. Yeah, our fucking friends, assholes. It's Americanos, that's why. Who buys 50 tarjeta cards for the Wi-Fi, and now they have nothing for us? We can't check the weather because there is no Wi-Fi. Internet in Cuba is severely limited due to the United States embargo against Cuba. The United States refuses to allow a data-carrying undersea cable to pass 100 miles from Cuba to Florida. Since 2018, mobile internet is finally available, but it can only be accessed with a Wi-Fi card. These Wi-Fi cards are provided by the local internet company, Cubacell. The card's duration are 1 hour, and one must find a local Wi-Fi to join. So this is our route from Cayocoteas. That's us leaving. That pink line is the route that's set by the autopilot, but what we had to do is the black dotted lines. We had to sail on a broad reach, jibe, sail again, jibe to get back closer, because otherwise we'd be going north. We just had to do a series of sailing and jibing back and forth, boom, boom, boom. Another small one here, trying to stay close to the shore, far away from this reef. It runs for 60 miles northwest of Cuba. Oops. Then this is when we got to Los Moros. We just went dead south. The reef was pretty much finished over here. All these rocks are a hazard. That's the dockmaster office, also the bar. So we need to check the weather before we leave, and we came to the hotel to use the Wi-Fi, and to use the Wi-Fi you have to buy a tarjeta card, but somebody came and they bought 50 cards, and now they have none for us. So Maria is doing some negotiation to get us a tarjeta to check the Wi-Fi. I offered somebody, how much I offered? 1,000? 1,000 cook. I hope we get it. I feel like my biggest memory of being in this part of the island is trying to find internet. It's been our mission for 3 days we've been here, just asking people, trying phones. I have a Cuba cell that has data which I loaded in Havana, and there is no 3G here, so I can't log into the internet. I have data, I have a Cuban phone which I loaded with money, but we're in the middle of nowhere. It's only one small hotel with like 5 rooms and a marina, and it's in the middle of a national park. It's like you're in the middle of nowhere. The closest supermarket is 200 kilometers away. Victor, tarjeta?
Huh?
Tarjeta?
No,
Ah, Victor.
no tarjeta, no internet. I have a problem with my computer. I have problem with my system.
Victor, Mira, I have one tarjeta from Havana. This works?
Because now it's the same code.
So I cannot use. Thank you, Victor.